video will break down the information contained in the detailed statistic bar. Our analysis has three types of statistic bars. The detailed statistic bar is the one we're going to be looking at today. Let's zoom in on an example of this in the greens and regulations section here. Let's start with what information is being presented to us. So we can see here on the bottom left-hand side and on the bottom right, we are getting the minimum and maximum values for our particular statistic. So in the case of the greens and regulation, we could have 0 or 18 greens regulation, but those are the minimum and maximum values we have respectively. The next piece of information is the different colors and the numbers associated with those barriers. So we can see here that the barrier between the red section and the yellow section is 9.4, and the barrier between the green section and the yellow section is 12.5. What that means is that these sections are determined based on the goals that you've set for yourself in the goals section of the website. So we set a goal of 12.5 greens regulation per round. This means that if you have more than 12.5, you're in your goal range, you're good to go, and so that's going to be what the green range indicates. The yellow range means it's a work in progress, you haven't quite reached your goal, but you're on the right track. And then if you're below 9.4 in this particular case, that means that you have a watch out, or you need to focus on this particular area because you're farther away from your goal than you want to be. So in this particular case, we can see that we're averaging 10.36 greens per round, which puts us in the bottom part, but near the center of our yellow range. So we're not quite at our goal, but we're not in the watch out range quite yet for this particular statistic, and that's where we are. The other values that we have here are this red bar and this green bar. So these provide some benchmark values for you to be able to look at. And when you hover your mouse over these values, you can see precisely what they are. So this light green bar, which is consistent for all of the detailed statistic bars, indicates an NCAA level golfer and what their greens and regulation is going to be. So in this case, it's 12.7. And then the red one indicates a professional. In this case, it's 11.9. Often, these values are going to help you gauge how you're doing relative to what your performance goals are. If you are trying to break par for the first time, you're trying to break 80 for the first time, your difference in your distance from these benchmarks is going to be different, but it will help you gauge how you're making progress towards them. With that, I hope that you have a better understanding of the detailed statistic bar, and thanks for watching our help video.